Hi, my name's Rupert and I run Perspective Pictures, and we're a digital-first video production company based here in North London. We make documentaries, travel films, ads, events, VR and 360 content, for brands, but all to live on social media. We started out just over 2 years ago in a shed in my parents' garden. We've been really fortunate enough to now grow to a team of 10 people based in Islington. Chris from Wex reached out to me and he asked me if I could sort of give you guys a little bit of a few tips on growing a business in the filmmaking sort of space or whatever. There are 1,000 ways to do any of these sorts of things, and I'm literally just going to tell you some tips I have and my experience, but that doesn't mean that's the only way of doing things by a long shot. Don't try to focus too much on making money in the short term. When we started Perspective Pictures, we started to generate money kind of relatively quickly, but not in huge sums. So our first month, I think we turned over like £300. And then the second month it was like £2,000. Then it sort of kind of kept ramping up from there. The first thing I'd say is that don't expect to make any decent money for a while. If you're starting something out yourself, it's very difficult to make money, good money straight off the bat. And second of all, when you do make money, you want to be taking that money, as much of it as possible, and keeping it within the business and reinvesting it in things that you could be using to generate more money later on down the line and to build that brand. So whether that be salespeople, whether that be marketing, whether it be other team members, whether that be equipment, whether that be some trees for your office that are going to make everyone feel more productive. Whatever it is, wherever possible, you want to take that money and sort of reinvest it. When we started Perspective Pictures, we had sort of like a DSLR and a couple of like crappy things here and now for Amazon. And as soon as we got sort of money coming in, I sort of started looking at, I want to sort of invest in equipment and that sort of thing. But at the start, we sort of kept that off and we just kept hiring equipment in based on the budget that allowed us. Even now, I think earlier this year, we bought the red Scarlet, which is what we're filming on right now. And I think the month before we bought it, we rented it 5 times, 4 shoots paid for by a client, and we started to go, okay, we're gonna use this camera, we should get it, it's really worth it. But yeah, I think it's very easy in filmmaking to get very overexcited about all the incredible technology that's coming out all the time, and you are just far better off trying to stay away from all that, because it is incredibly addicting. Now, a lot of people, they start off as freelancers and they pitch themselves as that, and then later on they sort of try to build up a team and start pitching themselves as a brand. If you want to be a freelancer, pitch yourself as a freelancer. If you want to be a brand, then pitch yourself as a brand. It's all very well kind of, being, hello, we're, Rupert Rixon Productions or anything like that, but if you have like a logo, a good website, some social media, a clear team and everything else, and people are gonna kind of treat you as a brand. They're going to pay you faster, they're going to pay you more money, they're going to listen to you more, and you're going to get more autonomy. And yeah, I think that that's been absolutely instrumental for us, for our growth over these past 2 years. One of the things I'd really recommend is when you're starting out, it will make things much easier if you carve out a niche. So we sort of started this video production company. We spent 6 months in a shed in my parents' garden, as I said, and was just sort of frantically running around trying to sell video production and anything we could get involved in video, to whoever we could. And then I had this session where I sat down with someone, I showed them my website, and then we were looking through, and there was this kind of question of like, why would anyone choose us over anyone else? And I was like, because our videos are cool. It's like, yeah, but like, why would they choose you? And I sort of realised that there weren't enough reasons, there wasn't enough specific things about us that would mean anyone could ever resonate with us and go, yeah, these are the people I want to make our videos. So after we moved to London, we started to really think about what is it that we offer, what is it that we can do. And we realised we can turn stuff around really quickly. We don't overproduce, the stuff we make doesn't look like TV ads, but we're not producing for TV. And we're really kind of knowledgeable and have this great understanding of social media. So we thought, okay, right, let's focus on that as a niche. Let's create digital first videos. And as soon as we started narrowing down what it was that we were creating, who we were creating it for, our sales process, the videos we were making, our marketing, our tone of voice, everything became so much more easy to sort of manage. You can be a brand with a personality. And that's made a big difference for us.
What do you want? Damn it, what do you want?
We really knew what we wanted to make before we started Perspective Pictures. We loved making travel videos, and we were really interested in social media. And at the beginning, we made a lot of stuff as passion projects. We weren't making any money on these projects whatsoever. We were literally just making what we wanted to make. And then we'd use those projects to pitch and pitch and pitch, and over time we started increasingly getting paid to make what we want, which is the absolute dream. Now this is one of the things is that's I think often misinterpreted, is that if you want to make travel videos, don't just go out and shoot loads of music videos for the money. Because when you come across that ideal client with the ideal project and you show them your portfolio of work or show them the last few things you've made, it's not going to reflect what they're looking for. And clients, you know, these people, they're paying you to make video partially because they can't make video themselves often and because they don't fully understand it. So they don't see filmmaking as this infinitely transferable skill. You need to focus on creating the stuff that you want to make with the ambition of being paid for it. And that means when you get that opportunity, you can push that client to pay you to create that project, whatever that may be. Be patient. It's really difficult to build momentum. It takes a really long time, and everyone sort of sees things happen overnight because that's when you're really making noise. But I found that often we'll come up with an idea for a strategy, be it a sales strategy, a marketing strategy, whatever, and it will literally take like 3 months to really make any difference. You sort of have to work out what you're going to do, work out how you're going to do it, and then just sort of constantly chip away at it. And if you don't see results for the first few weeks, first 2 months or whatever else it is, don't be disheartened, because these things, they really do take time. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that there was at least something vaguely interesting in my kind of various random rantings. If you'd like to find out more about us, you can go to www.perspectivepicturesfilms.com. And yeah, massive thank you to Wex for having us involved again. And hopefully I will see you guys again soon.